You're gonna hear terms out there, flatten the curve. We're trying to flatten the curve. The curve is the peak. So the peak of this virus is where it peaks out. So, you know, what's the United States have? A billion people, you know, however many it has. If we do 2 million people in the first 2 weeks, and then it comes back out and then we're fine, we've taxed our resources. You will have more deaths because our resources couldn't handle that huge number. We want to flatten that curve. The way you flatten the curve is to spread it out. So we want to delay the peak, spread it out, have a few at a time. Flatten the curve, flatten the curve. Flatten the curve, social distancing. I know a lot of people are asking, and there's a real good explanation that I saw. So I got this from somebody else, but I read it. It's a real good explanation of everything. So look in the comments. You know, watch my video. I don't care. It's kind of boring, but there's a couple good facts in there. It ain't mine. I'm stupid. Don't go by what I'm saying. Just remember, I'm a first responder, and I'm getting information, factual information relayed to me as to how to deal with the public. So I'm giving you information as I get it. So it is pretty factual. It's pretty up to the date. So again, I'm stupid. Don't listen to what I'm saying, but educate yourself. So flatten the curve, social distancing. Read the explanation in the comments of this video. So go to the comments. Really good explanation. I like it. You know, I'm not going to read it, otherwise I'd be just staring at it. You know, I'd be staring. You wouldn't even see me looking at you. You wouldn't get me walking around and all that goofy stuff. But good stuff. So read the comments. Real good explanation. Meh. All right, people, as everybody knows, you know, we got YouTube Jake, we got Summertime, we got all of that. They're out here riding their four-wheelers. They're going to be off school for at least 2 weeks here in Maryland because of the coronas. So for the people that don't know, I'm a first responder. I just got off of work. I just did a 48-hour shift. So I'm off for the next 3 days. So I work 48 hours, then I'm off 72 hours. So I'm one of the resources that has to be dealing with this this crisis, I guess, that's going on at the time. So a lot of people you're out there buying toilet paper, you're out there, you know, doing whatever, you know, so be it, whatever. But please, 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 people, understand, I keep seeing all these posts and all this other stuff about, you know, I'm in quarantine for 2 weeks, you know, schools are closed for 2 weeks, you know, we can get past this 2 weeks. It's not about 2 weeks and you're not going to catch it and hiding from it for 2 weeks and everything's going to be fine or whatever. So what's happening in, say, China, Italy, and everything else is, I'll just pick a round number for you. Let's say there's 100,000 beds in the US, hospital beds. So if we have 1 million people show up to the hospitals across the US at one time, it taxes our resources. We just can't do it. So if we keep away, social distancing, keep away from everybody, keep away from, you know, keep 6 foot away, you know, don't go to sporting events, don't go to big crowds, you know, stay away from that. It slows the spread. You're still going to get sick. If the people that are going to get sick are going to get sick in the first place, they're still going to get sick. What we're trying to do is delay it. We want to delay it and spread it out. What it's called is shorten the hump, and the hump is the peak. So if we got 100,000 beds in the US, if we can slow the spread down and keep the resources available, and maybe let's do 80,000 people at a time, so we have enough resources over the next 3 months to handle this, as opposed to it whooping through here like it did with China and Italy and just wiping the whole place out at one time and the resources not being able to handle it. So what we want to do is delay the spread. So this 2 weeks is just delaying the spread. Montgomery County, Maryland had 3 confirmed cases on, I think, February 28th. They were confirmed or whatever. As of yesterday, March 13th, The CDC cleared them. They are cured. They are ready to go back into society as good to go. So it's not taking long. If you get it, it's like walking pneumonia. It's a terrible flu with respiratory issues. So if you're a healthy person, you should be fine. I'm not going to say that you're going to be fine. You should be fine. Elderly people that already have issues, if you're not healthy, you know, this can really whoop up on you just like a regular flu, except this flu is almost like a walking pneumonia, and it's easy to catch. Your immune system, this is a new virus. Your immune system is not recognizing this at all. So your immune system, when it gets it, your immune system goes crazy in your body. Your immune system almost shuts down because it goes into overdrive trying to cure this. It's like, hey, what is this? I don't recognize this at all. I don't know what to do. So your immune system's basically shutting down. So the more we can socially, you know, keep away from other people, slow this down, let people start getting their bodies exposed to this slowly, you know, a few at a time or whatever, it's going to start building antibodies up. Your body's going to start recognizing it. Your immune system's going to be, oh yeah, it's corona. But that's not overnight. So everybody buying toilet paper, I mean, golly, man, you got a supply of toilet paper to last you a year. I don't even know what that's all about. Everybody hit the stores and bought tons of food for the next 2 weeks. That's fine, but you know, by no means am I trying to panic anybody. I don't want to panic anybody. I'm not panicked, and I'm a first responder that's going to be dealing with these people, and I'm not worried at all. I've dealt with the flu. I've dealt with this type of stuff before, with Ebola and everything else, being out there on the front lines dealing with this. But what you got to remember is, if it gets bad enough, if it gets like Italy, if it gets like China, you know, take Italy right now. Say a hospital, and I'm picking round numbers. Say a hospital has 5 ventilators. If 10 people show up that can't handle the respiratory issues and need ventilators, and there's only 5 available, what do? The staff is picking who gets to live and who gets to die. If we slow the spread, we slow it down, maybe only 5 people show up to the hospital at a time, and those 5 ventilators will work. So we're trying to slow the spread so we don't tax our resources, if that makes any sense, which it should. I hope it does. And you know, you close the schools, kids are not too susceptible for this, but kids will carry it. Kids can have the antibodies. Kids can be a carrier and take this home to your family. So take a kid, sneezes in the hallway. It can stay airborne for up to 3 hours. That is crazy for a virus. That's extreme. Can stay alive for up to 3 hours. Kid sneezes in the hallway. 400 kids pass through that hallway within that 3 hours. Those 400 kids are now exposed. Those 400 kids go home, see their families. You got 400 families exposed. See where I'm going with this? How it pinballs quicker? But if we close school and keep those kids slowed down, we keep that common denominator in check, it slows everything down. So it's still going to happen. We just want to slow everything down. So with that being said, we're slowing it down. People are still going to get sick. Instead of being, you know, 1 million people at one time, it's going to be 80,000, 100,000 at a time, and it's going to be able to keep it within our resources. But if people start getting sick like they do Italy and China and all that stuff, everything's going to close. Everything's going to close. And I'm not trying to make a panic. I'm not trying to, that's not the goal of this. It's just to educate with some facts. If your local store closes, if your Walmart closes, if your Safeway closes, if your Sam's Club, your Costco, if they close because their employees are actually sick, they had to go to the hospital, and then they just can't physically open, that's where the food's going to run out, because the stores are actually going to be closed. So all this food you're hoarding and grabbing, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not making fun of you at all. I'm saying don't eat it this week while your kids are off school. You need to hold on to that food. That's the food you want to hold on to till it gets bad. It ain't bad this 2 weeks. This 2 weeks is nothing. This is almost like a vacation. Right now, this 2 week period, we're slowing it down. Next month should be very interesting. Hopefully, hopefully nothing happens. But next month, I would start preparing for a lot more people to start getting sick. And again, socially keeping everybody away from each other slows that spread. So I don't think you need a year's supply of toilet paper, but make sure you get your canned foods and such to get you by. Where they're not cutting our water supply off. I don't think you need bottled water unless you're, foo-foo and need to drink out of bottled water, man. I get it right out of spigot. I turn the spigot on, I got lots of spaghetti, noodles, I got lots of canned food, I got some frozen stuff in my freezers. So just keep that in mind. Coronas, wash your hands, just like the flu. Wash your hands, keep clean. You go out, you're exposed to this, man. I'm walking out in the field right now, but when I get inside, the boys, we're out here playing, having a good time. When we get back inside, I'm gonna take our stuff off, we're gonna throw it in the washer. Biggest thing, man, is just make sure you wash your hands, keep everything clean. If you do sneeze or feel you have some type of cough or something like that, wash your pillowcases, wash your sheets on a regular basis. I'm not saying every single night, because realistically, the gikma is out here. When you go in the house, use your Lysol wipes and wipe down your house. The stuff's only in the air for up to 3 hours. It can be on some surfaces for up to 3 days. So keep that in mind. You get in your car, you go out and you touch a cart at Target, push the cart at Target, come home, drive your car. Now your hands have been touching the steering wheel. That's why they're saying don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands, get your hands regular washings, up to 20 seconds of washing your hands. I mean, you can wipe things down in your car. I mean, you should wipe things down in your car, wipe the carts down and stuff like that. But just keep yourself aware of people. If you got open cuts on your hands and stuff, just watch those, put band-aids on them, keep them covered. Just like you would at the flu. If you went to someone's house that had the flu, they were sick or whatever, you visit somebody in the hospital, you visit relatives in the hospital that have been sick, same way, man. Don't get all up on them and breathe in their gikma in, that's all. Just be aware. People are gonna get it. I mean, people are gonna get sick. People catch the flu. I've had the flu before. I mean, you get sick, it happens. You will heal, you will get over it. You keep moving on. The issue we're worried about that the media is kind of blowing up is we just want to keep it manageable by the resources we have right now, and that's where the media is blowing it up. Is it's I'm not going to say it's not bad, but again, I'm a first responder on the front lines. I ain't worried about it, and I'm probably going to get sick. I will get better, and I will keep doing what I'm doing, so don't panic, people. Relax, man. Go about your business, but don't get up on people. Keep 6 foot distance. If you cough, here's a cough. So it's cough. I'm not really coughing. It was a fake. Cough into your sleeve. And this is why you wash your clothes, because if I spread whatever around, now it's in the corner of my sleeve, but my hands are clear, if that makes any sense. Don't sneeze out into the public to open it up to everybody. Cough into your sleeve. There you go. Don't touch your face. When you get inside, wash your hands. Frequent hand washings. Before you eat, wash your hands. Wash your hands. You don't want to, you go to the fast food place. Think about your mail. How many hands has your mail gone through? And I'm not saying, throw your mail away, don't open your mail, whatever. But, that's an example. Is you're so worried about, not you, but, you're so worried about toilet paper, cheese and crackers. You're so worried about toilet paper. You're so worried about hoarding everything. Think about your mail. You're washing your hands and wearing a mask and staying all that. But you get inside your home and you open your mail. Think how many hands that mail has gone through. Wash your hands. Open your mail. Check your mail. Do your thing. Throw it away when you're done with it. Wash your hands. Wash your hands when you're done checking your mail. That's all. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Easiest thing. you're gonna get sick, man. It is what it is, man. Everybody gets sick. You get the sniffles, you get the flu, you get the... No big deal, man. We just want to keep it manageable with the resources we have, if that makes any sense. All right, go about your business, people. Let's do this. So you talk about people that are affected or whatever, you know, you talk about child care stuff. You know, my two guys are off school for at least 2 weeks, at least. It'll probably be more. I think it's going to be more. I could actually be held at work. I could go to work and just not be able to come home because, one, I could be exposed to a patient I've dealt with. I could be quarantined for 2 weeks. It can get real bad where my coworkers get sick and I have to stay to work because we have to have a minimum staffing. I mean, I could go to work and not come home because I'm stuck dealing with patients. You know, I got kids. So every single person has their own story. And I had a cruise booked at the beginning part of April. You know, all the cruises have shut down now. So I'm able to move that, but I had vacation in. I got to put my vacation in a year in advance. So now do I got to wait till next year to go on my cruise? I mean, it's inconvenient. Spring break has been basically canceled. You know, even, yeah, we're doing spring break now, but where are you going to go? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to actually be out and be exposed to stuff. We're trying to slow that spread. You don't want to go somewhere and get sick while you're gone. By the time you come back, when schools start back up, there's not going to be a spring break. You know, everybody's affected. So be it. Let's get through this as a team, as a world. Let's get through this. Move on, man. It's going to be inconvenient for a few months. Just deal with it. Reset. Get back. We'll deal with it. If anybody knows anything about stocks, I think they're going to go down a little more. Buy some stocks when they really get low. When they get low, buy stocks. Because when they come back up, when everything settles, when everything opens back up and everything's good to go back normal again, them stocks are gonna go back up, man. You're gonna make some cake. Mind your chickens. You're gonna make some chickens. But putting $100 down on Amazon and it goes up $1, you made $101. Throw it down, man. Throw it down. Put 100 grand down there. Make some cake. So I don't know, man. Don't listen to what I'm saying, but those are some of the facts. Be educated. You know, be educated. Don't listen to the news media's hype on some of this stuff. Because CNN has their idea. Channel 7 has their idea. Channel 5 has their idea. The Democrats have their ideas. The Republicans have their ideas. I'm not taking sides at all. I'm just saying know the facts. Know the facts. You're going to get sick. And the idea is to slow the spread, where we watched Italy and China get their resources taxed instantly. Their hospitals overfilled. China went and built 10 hospitals that could house 10,000 patients because their resources were so taxed. We want to slow the spread so our resources aren't as taxed, if that makes any sense. And I'm not sure the media is spreading that word. The media is not spreading that properly. That's what needs to be out there, man. Don't panic. You're going to get sick, man, and you're going to get well. Just like the flu, man. So be it. So, yeah, these guys are having fun, man. We've already been to the beach today. Our community had a pancake breakfast. It was $5 a person, so it only cost us $15. So $15. We had all you can eat pancakes for the 3 of us. We had pancake, sausage, bacon, all that good stuff. Man, our community here is amazing. It's great. It's right on the water. We sat on the water, had breakfast. Good time, man. Really good weekend so far for us. So enjoy, man. Don't panic. Don't stress. Don't stress. Some things you have no control over and can't change, man. Like I say, man, I had a cruise canceled. I got I might have some child care issues coming up. I may get stuck at work. Deal with that as it hits, man. Don't panic. Don't panic, man. Relax. And wash your hands. Wash your hands right now, as a matter of fact. If you go to a bathroom, so you're at Chick-fil-A, you go to the bathroom, wash your hands, then go to the bathroom, then wash your hands again. Can you imagine getting coronas on yourself? And you're touching, you got some coronas down there. So you wash your hands all the time, but you don't wash that all the time. So wash your hands, go to the bathroom, then wash your hands again. You know, you normally wouldn't have to do that all the time, but just watch your hands. Your hands touch everything. You don't realize it. Then you touch your face, you pick your nose, you touch your ear. That's the problem with the kids. Kids are in school, man, they pick their nose, they touch door handles. Next kid touches the door handles. The kids are dirty, man. That's why we shut schools down.